Okay, here we are with the problem here. And make sure, don't touch it. Make sure you put gloves on. Okay, so put your gloves on. Never make it a barehanded job here. So put your gloves on, put a mask on, and put your goggles on. Okay, very important. So here we are. Got a situation here. Got to figure out how to get it up. Sometimes the old dustpan and the using your hand as a pushing trowel and push it up into the dustpan. Okay, yes, you will have to clean off the dustpan after this. Okay, but this is a good way to get it up. The other way to do it is, if you had to start off straight off the bat here, is you would get some paper towel and you will use the pinching method. You will pinch it up, pinch, pinch, pinch. Pinch it all up as best as you can, trying to get up as much debris as possible, okay? And once you get as much debris as possible, we move on to the next stage. So make sure you use a lot of paper towel or your dustpan. Don't use your foxtail. Your foxtail is for the baking soda cleanup, so don't mess this thing up. Because you can wash the dustpan, but this thing's a booger to clean, okay? Use your paper towel here. Get up as much as you can. Okay, now we're at stage 2. This is after you've got up as much possible with the paper towel in the dustpan, or just your paper towel. You're going to use baking soda and you're going to put it all over the top of it, okay? You do not want to put any liquid on this. You're trying to just get up as much of the vomit and then put the baking soda on it to absorb, because baking soda is like a desiccant. You want it to absorb all the moisture of the vomit, okay? Because we haven't gotten to the cleaning phase yet. Right now, we're just trying to get it to the point where it is dry as possible so we can go to the cleaning phase of this, okay? So there's your baking soda, and you're gonna let this sit for 1, 2, 3, 15 minutes. So not 3 minutes, 15 minutes. I was doing my hand 3 times, but 15 minutes, you're gonna let it sit. And I'll be right back after 15 minutes. Okay, it's been 15 minutes now. And like I said, either if you have a vacuum cleaner or a foxtail and dustpan, okay? Foxtail and dustpan can work. It takes time, okay? I cleaned mine off. And you just put it in there with the foxtail and just work it into the pan. It is tedious, but it can work. If you don't have a vacuum cleaner, I've been there. I used a corn broom to sweep my carpet when I lived in an apartment, so it's not that big of a deal. But just use that, or you're one of them super rich people. Use your vacuum cleaner. Make sure you try to get it out of, like this is a walking carpet, so make sure you get it out of the grooves here as best as possible and just keep vacuuming it. Once you get done vacuuming, we'll move to the next stage, which we're gonna mix our mix. Now it's time to make our mix. This is quite easy here. You're gonna need 1.5 cups of hot water. This is a 1/2 cup here to make 1.5 cups of hot water. Okay. Then you're gonna need 1/2 cup of straight white vinegar. Okay. I'm using the Costco brand. Okay. And then 1 tablespoon of Dawn. Okay. And mix it up. Now, I did say paper towels. You can apply it with paper towels if you don't have rags. I use rags. So I'm gonna use a rag here, mix it up here. And if it's still too hot, let it cool down a little so it doesn't burn your hand. And then you'll move on to the spot with either paper towel or the rag, and let's do that next here. Okay, now here we are with our mix right here. There's our mix. We're gonna dip our rag or paper towel in it, okay? You do not want it sopping wet, because you do not want to make the vomit pour into the base of your carpet or into your pad. That'll even be worse. So you want to kind of wring it out a little. You're just going to use a scrubbing motion and scrub up your spot. Okay? You're cleaning it. You're not trying to soak it down like you would do cat urine. You want to make sure this is a removal time. Okay? Once you get it on there, you just put it in here again, the hot water with the vinegar and the soap. Wring it out real good. Make sure you can see me with my hand here in the bowl. I'm wringing it out. Put it in the bowl, dabbing it, wringing it out. And you want to keep doing this until you feel like it's really, really clean, okay? Or you're getting no more debris on the towel. You'll see the stain. And I know I'm doing a small area because if somebody's like a sprinkler, oh my goodness, you'll be a busy person trying to clean up after them. But anyway, we won't get into details on that because it just gets worse even thinking about it. Okay. Right now it's looking pretty doggone good. It's all coming up. The vinegar, the hot water, soap, just cleaning it all up. Making it all good again. Okay, so once we're done with that, we move on to the next step here. You'll need another bowl. And this is just a bowl of cold water. Okay, you'll get another rag. Don't use the same one. Or use paper towel if you don't have rags. Okay, you just put it in the bowl, wring it out real good. And you're just doing a secondary cold cleaning on the area. Okay? Remember, you don't want to use a soaked rag. You want to use a moist rag, just like the other one, to clean up the area. And I tell you, you'll notice a difference. It'll be nice. Okay? And you want to put it in there again. And really wring it out really good for the last rub down here. You may have to do it longer, depending on how bad it is. Okay? We'll go over it again. Okay? And dab it up. Now, you can get a dry rag on this and dry it up, and that'll help, or you can just let it air dry, or put a fan on it, or put your ceiling fan on, that'll dry it up. Or you can put more baking soda on it. But like I said, baking soda is like a desiccant, okay? But as you know, as you've cleaned it up, it's a little difficult, so you have to bear with it. It's got to dry. So now that you've moistened it with a rag, it's going to take longer. It could take up to, 6 hours to 12 hours to 24 hours if you put baking soda on it to suck up all the moisture in your carpet from the cleaning, okay? But you can just let it air dry with a fan. Should take a short period of time, maybe half a day, depending on cold weather. If it's warm, probably be 2 hours to be dried up, okay? But that's how you do it. Works for me, and God bless.